Hi. So if you've been watching this, that means you have been watching us for a while now. We
For
are
exactly 118 episodes.
about 118 episodes, excluding all the exclusive one-off episodes that we do. I mean,
specials.
If we were to like just tambah semua kan, it will be about 125 to 130 episodes.
We've had that many specials?
Surprisingly.
Are you talking about like with guests?
Yeah, with guests as well.
So it's 118 of just us talking?
Yeah.
Damn.
Right? That is 100. Dude,
do I need new friends?
It's been well, to be fair, we could have done a lot more. But we actually took quite a hiatus from the podcast itself, right?
We did.
But yeah, if you're here and if you're new, we are Epic Arcade. We are Kelvin. And this is my co-host Afiq. This podcast is all about video games, daily life, what we've been doing. What is life like as a gaming dad?
Yeah,
right?
As a gaming dad, that's a good thing to talk about.
And all these little bits and pieces. But the overarching conversation of what we want to have all the time on every episode of the Epic Arcade podcast is just to bring you updated news on what you may have missed. You could be someone who is working a 9 to 5, someone who used to play Dota for like thousands of hours, someone who plays like CS, Apex, and all the other indie games out there, but you don't have time to catch up on games anymore.
And when you do have time, you're tired as fuck.
Yeah, or when you do have time, you're taking care of your daughter, for example. Right?
Or that,
This is where we come in. We come in to update you every week on the podcast, or like, on the podcast on video game news, conferences, things that you might have missed because you've just been busy. So that's what Epic Arcade is all about.
Yep, that's right.
And again, I'm your video game best friend, Kelvin Cheah.
And I'm your other video game best friend, Afiq K.
Back to the show.
Hello!
Tachahao.
And apa khabar semua?
Well, who's that?
Oh, hi. We have a new guy. So, if you're looking at that angle, you're probably going to be looking at the other angle. That is Dickson. He is our producer for Epic Arcade, and he will be our third leg.
Third leg?
Yeah.
Damn.
Third leg of the podcast.
It's always the Dickson.
Yeah. Unfortunately.
It's always the dick, son.
Yeah. Are we going to add that in? Dickson.
I don't know.
Anyways,
who knows?
This episode itself will be a very chill one. We just want to update you with what we've been doing. We want to update you on who Dickson actually is. Yeah. I know we've missed out on a couple of weeks because we actually have been, I actually have been sick, right?
Yeah,
and
Afiq, me too.
And Afiq has daddy duties.
Yeah, actually my daughter was sick and the whole family got sick.
Yeah, and then I got sick.
Yeah, and then you got sick. No, you didn't. You got it separately.
Yeah, I got it separately. But anyways, it's been an up and down journey, right? So again, this episode, we're just going to chill, just talk about the games we've been playing, update you a bit on our life, who that guy is.
Yeah, who the hell is Dickson?
Right? Who the hell is Dickson?
Yeah.
And so much more. So
who the hell is Dickson and how much water does he drink?
Hey, personal attack
bro, this is a personal show, man.
All right, all of that after the break. Yo, man.
What's up? Life has been boring, bro.
Oh, mine is like 180, man. Okay, like
as in yours is not boring.
Mine is not boring right now. Right?
Like as in your gaming life is not boring now.
My gaming life is not boring.
Right.
My personal life is still the same.
Right.
It's stagnant.
Right.
The good kind of stagnant.
That's negative, bro.
It's the good kind of stagnant.
Okay.
It's a good kind.
So you're content.
I'm content.
You're content.
I'm content.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
What I'm trying to say is there is no unexpected twists and turns.
Right.
So
everything is predictable.
Yes.
At this point,
everything is as it should be.
How do you feel about that? How do you feel about having a predictable life?
Safe.
Right.
Safe.
And how do you feel about being safe?
Happy.
Right.
Like I plan out my week, I plan out my days on what I have to do, what has to be executed, and I tick them off one by one.
Right.
And that's progress. It's expected progress. And I'm very, very happy with that. Right. But we're not here to talk about cultivating the masses after dark. We're here to talk about Epic Arcade. And that's where the most recent game I've been playing came in. It's called Duck and Ducker.
Yes, I've seen all of y'all play it.
Right. Duck and Ducker. I got Dickson here to actually try it out as well.
Right. Do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy Dak and Daka?
The first run was okay. Then his friend joined us, and I kind of got stabbed in the back. But it is what it is.
June.
June.
Yeah, June. Right.
Wait. So is that how like you can sabotage each other or what?
You can sabotage your teammates,
Correct.
but mainly because friendly fire is on.
Oh, okay, so it's not part of the.
Yeah, it's not,
there's no mechanic in game that where you have to sabotage.
I can poke and prod you.
Yeah.
Right. But that is usually things that is like if you're standing too close when I'm swinging my sword,
then you get like
or if you come into the line of fire when I'm shooting my bow, then you get in fire. But what happened to Dickson was a bit of a funny incident, right? Because it was me, Dickson, and our friend June.
Psycho.
Yeah, Psycho. June and Dickson were both playing druids.
Okay.
And when you're playing druid, you can actually transform into a
bear,
a panther, and a chicken, right?
a chicken.
Yeah, and also a rat, and also a rat, right? So
like Peter Pettigrew.
yeah, more or less, right? So we went into the dungeon. It was me, Dickson, and June, and then we were fighting some very basic monsters, right? We were talking about like your dungeon skeletons, your dungeon zombies, you know, things like that. And then, of course, they play druid. They will have to transform into a DPS animal, and that was, I think, the panther, right? So we were just hitting away, right? And then Dickson turned into a panther, and then I think June was still a panther or like a.
Normal.
Okay.
It was normal with his mace.
Yeah, he was a normal druid with a mace.
Right.
And we're just killing the fucking skeletons. Skeleton died. And then June panicked, you know, oi,
Got panther.
enemy. And I was like, where the fuck's the enemy? We literally just spawned. Then he started whacking the panther, bro. And then the panther died. And then Dickson...
Recognize that I've just started the game and I'm a level 2 at this point.
Yeah.
And you guys?
And I was just stunned there. I was like,
he's a level 2.
yeah, I was like level 20 plus then.
Okay.
Like, level 20 plus then.
So you were just a baby.
Yeah,
Yes.
he was
Okay.
fresh off the boat.
Okay.
Right? He was literally fresh off
Bit
the boat.
racist,
Right. No, like in the game.
Sure, man.
Yeah, in the game. So fight ends, right? And I was still shocked. In my head, last thing I heard was enemy.
Right. Okay,
I was
so
like,
Dixon's not on voice chat.
He
Right.
is.
I am.
He is.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
We'll get to that.
I'll get to that, right? Then I was like, fight end. I was like panicking. Okay, enemy. Where the fuck's the enemy? Where the fuck's the enemy? I looked around. There's no enemy. All I see is a dead Dickson as a panther form on the ground.
So you didn't hit the panther.
Yeah, I didn't hit the
But
panther.
June, in his panic, killed the panther.
Killed the panther.
Okay.
And what happened next?
The thing happened, I just had to sit there for like the next 10 minutes or so watching Kel and Jun go through the rest of the dungeon.
Yeah.
And at which point did you guys find out that it was Dickson?
Like right after, and then because June was like, "Oh shit, I killed Dickson." And it's like, his defense is when Dickson turned into a panther.
Right.
His name tag disappeared. Apparently, I didn't pay attention to it, but apparently his name tag disappeared or something.
Right.
That's why June was like killing the panther.
Right.
All right. And I don't know why he didn't say anything about it.
No, I was looking around. He was like, "There's an enemy." I'm like, "What? Where?"
And then what were you thinking when you were getting hit?
I thought it was just the monster beating me up in front of me.
You didn't even see it was June.
No, because he was beating me behind me.
So in business, there's something called, miscommunication.
Yes.
Because we are taught that communication is
Yes.
key to everything, right?
Correct.
It's the lubricant to a well-oiled machine.
Yes.
And then there's the other side, right? Which is not communication, which is just fucking open your eyes, bro.
Or speak up.
Yeah, or speak up.
If like imagine if you went like, "Oh shit, I'm getting hit," and then June is hitting something. At some point, somebody's gonna be like, "Am I hitting Dickson?"
Yeah, right.
You know.
And
but when you don't
actually-
speak up until you die, you're just dead, man.
No, you gotta recognize I was pincered between the
yeah, that's
enemy that
true
I was
too.
attacking.
That's true
And
too.
then getting attacked from behind that I couldn't see.
Oh, okay,
Right, yeah,
okay. So prioritize and execute, man.
Yeah, sure, man. Anyways, Duck and Ducker is a game that I've been playing this week itself because
It looks
our
like it's a
friend-
lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun, especially with friends, right?
Yeah,
Joe was the one that actually got me into the game. He
Of
was
course,
like,
it's the kind of game Joe would
yeah,
play.
right. It's a free to play looter shooter out there. The way Joe explained it is like medieval Tarkov.
Right.
All right, you go into the dungeon, you kill monsters, you loot chests, you get like high level items, and then you try to escape. Right? And every dungeon is about like 8 to 12 minutes long.
Okay.
And if you miss the deadline to actually escape the dungeon,
To extract.
you die.
Okay.
Right?
So it's like a full wipe.
Yeah, it's either a full wipe or like there are some escape doors where it only has one charge. So if you or another person escape from that door specifically,
Nobody else can.
the cave collapses and that door is basically blocked.
I see.
Right? So you have to find other doors to actually escape to.
So you choose your equipment before you start a game.
You choose your class before.
So you don't bring anything. So I'm trying to put it side by side with Tarkov, right? So in Tarkov, you would drop in and then you loot, and then you extract, and then whatever you've looted is in your inventory now that you can take with you in your next game.
Yep.
Is that the same as like Dak and Daka?
Yes.
Can you bring stuff you've looted?
Yes.
But then if you die, you lose whatever you've brought and whatever you looted in that session.
Exactly that, right? So when you go in as your class, there's a squire.
Okay.
Right? Your squire is the one that sets you up with all the base equipments. Like for me, I'm a ranger, of course.
Yep.
I go in with a bow, a couple of arrows, go in with like grey, like levelless or like colourless equipment.
A squire is like a personal assistant, right?
It's basically
It's a PA.
It's a PA that make sure your stash or like your inventory is all set up properly.
Yeah. It's like an inventory manager.
Yeah, that exactly. Then you go into the dungeon, you loot, you kill, and try not to die.
Right.
Right? And then once you're done with that, you find an extraction. It's either you can extract as a group or you can extract individually. And then once you go back to HQ, you can manage your stash, you can sell the things that you don't need, you can complete your quests, and then you rinse and repeat all over again.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. For a free-to-play game.
Yeah, that sounds like there's a lot happening there for a free game. But then again, like I'm comparing it to stuff like, well, Tarkov you had to pay for. Tarkov was a paid game. But it is also comparable to stuff like Cycle Frontier. Which was free.
Which is free.
Yeah.
Which is free.
Yeah.
Right?
So I think a lot of these like looter shooter games are free. Like Destiny is sort of free. When people ask me, I wouldn't say it's a free game.
Even for COD, there's also the extraction mode. I forgot what is it called
DMZ.
again. DMZ. It was free.
Free? Yeah, that was free with Warzone.
Yeah, DMZ was free
That was
as well.
free with Warzone. That's right.
Right?
Yeah. So a lot of these looter shooters are on a free to play model. But are there microtransactions in Dak and
There
Daka?
are microtransactions because this is where I'm moving the story next.
Right.
It's a free to play game.
Yeah.
On Steam, there's only one option, which is free to play, download now. But there is a payment system or like a microtransaction system within the game itself. You can buy skins, you can buy emotes, you can buy some other animations as well.
Okay. So nothing game breaking for you, just like cosmetics.
There is game breaking stuff.
Oh no. Okay.
So in game, only in game, you can buy the full version or the legendary version of the game itself.
Okay.
Now, the legendary version,
Which means it will never go on sale on Steam. Okay.
I'm about to bring it there,
Yeah.
right? So the legendary version will cost you 15 red runestone. And
Okay.
15 red runestone costs you $30, 30 American green dollars.
Oh shit.
Okay, so that is like 120.
So it's like $2 per red ruby stone.
About that lah, right? So altogether, if you want to buy the full access, right, which gives you access to the high risk dungeon, to a separate marketplace, for you to unlock more than one character slot, for you to share stash with your other characters. Because right now, the free game, you can only have one class, one character. And I'm playing a level 40 ranger right now. I'm thinking to change class to a fighter. So if I were to do that, I will have to delete and play it all the way from zero again. The way to do that is just to buy the $30 legendary version.
So if you delete your current character, all his stash is gone as well.
Gone. Everything. You basically reset from scratch. It means all the quests that you have done, all the loot that you have.
Oh, that kind of sucks. So if you buy the legendary version, you also get access to shared inventory, like an account inventory.
Yep.
and if you delete a character, if whatever that's in that shared inventory stays there.
It's still there, right?
Oh man, that sucks.
Yeah. So the downside to this whole bloody fucking story is that they found a loophole to the regional pricing that we're so used to.
Yeah, which is having it in game.
Yeah, which is having it in game, because usually for this kind of DLC, right, they will have like a separate, like you buy the base game or you can buy like the deluxe edition.
Yeah.
Right, and the deluxe edition is usually like $10-$20 more.
Yeah.
And you usually can get it on discount if it's like, their first year anniversary of it's like right now, Steam sale, right? As of this recording right now, the Steam sale is live about 8-9 hours ago, right? So there's a downside to it. Is it a very fun free-to-play game? Yes, definitely, hands down. I'm loving every minute of it, right? It's very challenging, and it's also very, very difficult, not only for the PvE side, but the PvP side as well. Chances of you dying is very, very high. But is it worth 130 ringgit or like $30? Not at all. I will not spend a single cent for this game.
I see.
It feels like a 70 ringgit game. Guys, that's a 140 ringgit game.
Yeah, that's almost half of what's on the market, to be honest. I have a question for the both of you guys. I'm sure I know you've played a lot of free-to-play games. Have you been playing a lot of free-to-play games? I think a lot of people have, right? So my question is, what was the last free-to-play game that you thought was so good that you didn't mind spending money on it?
I have two answers immediately.
Okay.
The first one is the Cycle Frontier. It's a free-to-play looter shooter.
Yeah.
And I was so reluctant to play. The resistance was high.
Yeah.
Because you, Shen, Jeff, everyone was playing. And then in the end of the day, I was the only one that stayed because I enjoyed the game so much, right? Because I was actually good at it, right?
Yeah.
And then I started paying for skins and the season pass as well. That's one. The biggest free-to-play game that I have dropped money on is Apex Legends.
Yeah, well, of course.
Apex Legends, bro. It's a free-to-play game, but I
It's Apex, bro.
I spend close to 1,000 ringgit just on season passes and like skins.
It's an interesting conversation, right? Because the way that the season pass model works is you unlock enough credits to get the base season pass next season. But if you calculate how much that actually costs, it may get to $1,000.
Yeah.
And the base season pass is good enough, but getting that boost, paying like $30 extra to get that
just to
boost.
get like the extra 25 levels within the season
and
pass.
then getting the red crystals. What about you, Dickson?
For two free to play games that I dumped money on, one of them is on the complete opposite spectrum. It was Valorant.
Oh wow! Okay.
Yeah.
Skins.
Yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
I dumped money in Valorant too.
Yeah. For sure, some Battle Pass skins.
Yeah.
Those Reaver skins just really look good.
I know the Valorant skins are crazy, bro. The weapon skins, great.
Another one is a bit of a how do I put it? Unconventional one would be it's a gacha, Lamau, as you.
Of course.
Surprising.
Of course.
But the gacha I dumped money into is Limbus Company from a Korean studio.
Oh, I've never heard that one.
It's,
you know that one?
It's relatively recent, but like the main thing about it is dumping money allows you to get the rare limited time characters from grinding itself. So it makes it easier for you to unlock characters.
Oh, so you pay for something to be farmable?
Yes.
Oh wow! Yeah. Wow, that's a model I've never heard of.
So it felt worth it to me.
Oh, but actually, you know what? Actually, I just said that's a model I've never heard of. But now that I think about it, right, I've actually encountered it before, and it's in my answer. Well, I have three answers, right? Because I love spending money. Apparently, both of you guys had two answers. I have three. Number one is of course Apex. I spend a lot on Apex. The other one is FIFA, of course.
Oh, of course.
And the third one is what I'm playing right now, which is Destiny 2.
Okay.
And in Destiny, there are so many game modes, right? There are like these things called strikes, which are mini dungeons, which come with the free-to-play game, the base free-to-play game. And then there are dungeons, and then there are raids. Raids come with every DLC, there's a new raid.
Okay.
So when you pay for the DLC, you get access to the raid. But dungeons are sold separately. even if the dungeon comes out in the DLC, is released during the DLC, if you buy the DLC, you don't get access to the dungeon.
You still got to pay extra for
You
the
have
dungeon.
to pay extra for a dungeon key, which is 2,000 credits, which is 87 ringgit. And there are weapons that only drop in that dungeon.
Ya Allah. Bro.
And these are weapons that can be used in both PvE and PvP. So when you look at it from that point of view, if that weapon is really meta, if you don't have the dungeon and someone has the dungeon, they've essentially paid to win. Because that weapon is just significantly better than whatever you can get outside of the dungeon. You know what I mean? But that's about the same lah. So you pay money so that that weapon is farmable. It's not a guaranteed drop. You have to do it like, I don't know, 10, 25, 30 times a day across like 3-4 days probably.
Crazy, man. Okay. So when you pay for the dungeon access,
Yeah.
is that a limited time or
No.
can you
So
go
you can access it
indefinitely?
forever.
Okay.
So once you have the key, you can access it forever. Even when the DLC ends and a new DLC comes out, it's still farmable.
Okay.
Except, there's a dungeon rotator.
Okay. Oh yeah. We talked about this in the previous
Yeah.
episode. It's like Battlefield, where if you play the official servers, there will be a set list or like a playlist of maps that you can play.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, with the DLC, if you don't buy the DLC, you can't get access to the newer maps, right? So
Yes.
if it rotates to a premium map, for example,
Right.
you just can't play at all. lah.
Yes, but this one's so that's the mechanics for strikes. But the mechanics for dungeon is a bit different because if you've purchased the key for the dungeon, it's always accessible to you. But I'm trying to find the word for it. It's they put a throttle, a bottleneck on dungeons that are not in rotation. So, for example, in Destiny now, I'm just guessing here. This is an educated guess. I would say they've been around since 2017, 14. So about 14 dungeons in total.
How
And,
much is one dungeon?
87 ringgit.
87 ringgit.
Yes, for one dungeon. So if you buy the whole dungeon thing, you're already spending a lot.
But after you get the item, that dungeon's redundant already, right? After you get that weapon drop.
Yes, but the weapon is not a fixed roll. So the weapon has different. It can roll with different perks, and you want like a god roll. So you have to continue to farm.
Yeah.
But yes, once you get that god roll, the dungeon is practically useless at that
Yeah.
point, unless you really love the grind.
The
and
grind
you
is
wanna,
real.
You wanna, the grind is super real.
grind is real.
Back to the dungeon rotator thing, because I haven't finished with that, right? So the dungeon rotator, across 14 different dungeons, they're all accessible anytime. But there is one specific dungeon that's a featured dungeon in rotation in a week, which is farmable. That means for that week, that one dungeon, you can play again and again and again, and it's unlimited drops. All the other dungeons you can still play. They'll drop one time, and then you can play them again and nothing will drop because it's not in
That
rotation.
is ridiculous, man. That is such a waste of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's such a great game, man.
I mean, yeah. It is a great game, right? It's definitely a great game because Destiny has been around for close to a decade now. I'm talking about
10
Destiny
years.
1 and 2
yeah,
altogether. Right?
Destiny 1, Destiny 2 together, about 10 years.
Yeah, I personally just don't like the idea of a pay to play dungeon system because
nobody does.
I find it kind of scummy.
Nobody
but
does.
at the same time, it's also a GAAS, right? Which is like game as a service
Yeah.
itself. So
Yeah.
you win some, you dim some, man.
So within the community, there are people who think like you. Like, if I buy the deluxe DLC package, I might as well just get the raid and the dungeon.
Yeah.
But there's another part of the community that thinks that it's good that they sell the dungeon separately because not everyone plays dungeons. So if they buy the deluxe DLC and the
Right.
dungeon comes with it, they're essentially paying for something they're never going to play.
Yep.
So it's like,
Yeah,
do you
then
want it?
The dungeon system is more or less for like the really hardcore gear grinders.
And they are for really, because they're difficult.
Okay, understood.
But they're
understood.
also one step lower than the raids, and the raids are not separate.
Hmm.
But the raids are baked into the storyline beats.
Yep.
And that's why they come with it. So the dungeons are separate. The dungeon storyline has its own storyline. It's not a part of the main storyline beat.
Okay.
Yeah.
one of the biggest news came up because for the gacha game that I've been playing, which is Nikkei.
Yeah.
I'm a degenerate, I know.
Yeah. That's fine.
I was waiting for the summer event for like the entire year because I missed out on the last one, which was exactly a year ago from today. They came out with a new collaboration that kind of like knocked me off my socks, man.
As in, you think it's great? Undecided?
Unexpected.
Right.
Unexpected.
Right.
I won't go into the details of what Nikkei is. It's basically just a waifu gacha game that me, Sam, and Jeff
Yeah, don't
play,
get into detail.
Right. I kind of just threw Sam
Yeah.
and Jeff under the bus as well.
Yeah.
They came
You
out with
did.
a new collaboration.
I'm so glad I don't play with you.
Every season, they will bring in like a anime or like a JRPG collaboration.
Right.
Right. This time around, the collaboration for the summer event is Dave the Diver.
Oh, wow. I mean, I don't play it, but
It's Dave the Diver.
that's an
Nikkei.
interesting collaboration.
It's
So somebody in Dave the Diver plays Nikela.
It's the most out of left field thing ever.
Wow.
It's the most out of left field thing ever. Like,
I'm not seeing anything else other than
right.
know
I think Dickson can just add like this screenshot right here so people can actually see it. But it's the most random thing ever.
Actually, don't put the screenshot because I just said that I'm not looking at anything else other than you know what.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, the screenshot will be here. All right.
Dave the Diver will be there.
Yeah,
Nikkei
Dave the
will
Diver
not.
will be there. Yeah. So it's a very out of left field thing.
Yeah.
But then I also
That
understand
sounds-
because
that's
the
very
developer for
unexpected.
Nikkei is a Korean company, and then the developers for Dave the Diver is also a Korean company. But what
okay.
I'm most interested in is like how did the conversation actually came about? Right? Hey, bro, you're Korean. I'm Korean. Hey, let's do a collab. But
Well, they probably have a lot of data to conclude that people who play Dave the Diver also play Nikkei. Exhibit A. I mean, am I wrong?
Call on 4K HD.
It's unexpected, but
You know what's funny?
it seems like it's the right thing to do.
You know what's funny?
What?
Jeff is also the same.
Yeah. So they do it. So they probably have that data. They'll be like, people who play Dave the Diver play Nikkei. You know what? Let's put those two worlds together. Why not?
I'm not hating it. I'm just very, very. I don't know how to feel about it yet.
Right.
Until I see the launch, which is probably
Right.
going to be next week itself.
Right. So it's all like unattractive parts of Dave that's jiggling.
Anyways, moving to the next news. Dickson, would you like to introduce yourself? Who are you and why are you here?
Hi, hello. I'm Dickson, Port Dickson. For those in Malaysia, same Dickson.
So you're Port Dickson.
Exactly.
Damn.
The one and only.
Oh shit, dog.
But yes, I'm here today as a assistant producer for Epic Arcade. Moving forward, I suppose.
Yeah. So Dickson will be our in-house producer. It
Yeah.
used to be Joe, but then Joe had to go.
Yeah.
I think Joe went to Amsterdam after that.
Yes.
Yeah. Then we were out of a producer for the longest time.
Yeah.
It was just me and Afiq for a
Yeah.
good year or so.
Yeah.
Now we have a new producer, and he will be our third, the Tachahau guy.
The Tacha
Yeah,
guy.
he'll
No,
be
but he
Tacha.
was apa khabar just now.
It rotates just like
Okay,
the
okay,
dungeons,
okay,
right?
okay,
It rotates. Okay. He will be here. He will be on the episode itself. Sometimes you'll see him. Sometimes you may not.
Right.
But yeah, if you hear a random person's voice that is not mine or Afiq, it's probably going to be Dickson.
Bro, you know what would be cool?
What?
If we like really stick to who says hello, who says Tacha how, who says apa khabar, right? If we ever do like a live Epic Arcade event and we all had like unique lanyards to us because it's our show.
Right.
It's like, hello, I'm Afiq. Tacha how, I'm Kelvin. Apa khabar, I'm Dickson.
All right. I'll take Tachahau. I dips already.
That's so cool, man.
Dips already. Tachahau guy. Tachahau
I'm
guy.
thinking ahead, bro. I'm thinking of hit, bro.
You're thinking of hit?
I'll get under the table now, sir.
Whoa. Not while we're recording, bro.
Nothing's under the table. But yeah, that's Dickson. Other than that, yeah, what have you guys been playing, man? I've been circling around Civ 6, Dark and Darker. Been watching a lot of movies again.
Yeah, me too. But I'll get to that. My gaming life is a bit boring at the moment. It's not because there aren't good things out. There's so many good things. Elden Ring is out. Elden Ring is out.
Oh, speaking about Elden Ring, next week's episode, I will bring Jeff in to talk about his experience in Elden Ring.
Oh, sick.
Sorry, a bit of a segue. Will you be getting the Elden Ring DLC?
Yes, I will. but
Shadow
just
of the
not
Earth
anytime.
Tree.
Yeah, Shadow of the Earth Tree, just not anytime soon.
Okay.
Because I can't.
No.
The money needs to go somewhere else at this point in
I-
time, like other things in my life.
All right. Okay.
But
okay.
I do want to get the Shadow of the Earth Tree. But let's have that conversation with Jeff first,
Yeah.
because I don't mind spoilers.
Yeah, because next week I'm probably gonna just invite Jeff in to talk
Yeah.
about his experience. Yesterday's conversation with him, he is about 20 hours into the game, and out of a scale of 1 to 10, he's about on a 4 out of 10 in terms of completion.
Wow.
Yeah, so the news has been mad, bro. People
Bro,
have
did you
been,
see what I sent yesterday to the
Yeah,
group?
yeah. People have been
Let me solo her is back.
Yeah, people have been review bombing the DLC because of how hard the game actually is.
I have
think
something to
this is
say.
This is a recurring theme.
Yeah, I
for
was gonna
software
say
games.
that. I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like because all the Soulsborne games, right? They release so far apart from each other that people forget how difficult the experience really was. And then now the new DLC comes out, they're so used to playing games that are so freaking easy, and they go back to a game like this and they're like, "Oh, this is so hard." But honestly, it's probably the same level of difficulty. It's just you forgot the mechanics, you forgot the elegance
Yeah.
of the movement
Yeah.
of Souls-like
And
games,
also forgetting,
Soulsborne games. My bad.
forgetting how to time your dodges.
Exactly, because most games are forgiving, but Soulsborne games are not.
No, Soulsborne games is what I call a fuck you genre, man.
Yeah, man.
Like you go in to be punished. You
Yes.
go in waiting to be punished.
I feel like people who enjoy Soulsborne, I mean, I enjoy Soulsborne games, but people who really, really enjoy it, they probably also enjoy BDSM.
Look at the camera, say it again.
They probably also enjoy BDSM.
I mean, you gotta ask Jeff lah then.
Self-inflicted pain.
No, I just feel like people who, So we had to take a break because we had some technical parking
Yeah, I
issues
had to go move
there.
the car.
But we were talking about Elden Ring, right?
Yeah.
On how Souls-like games are designed.
Soulsborne games.
Soulsborne games are designed to be a fuck you game, right?
Yes.
You go in expecting to be punished.
Yeah.
And what you mentioned just now before the break was
Yeah.
like you go in. People who enjoys the kind of game probably enjoys
BDSM.
sure what he said.
And but like the good side of it, right, is like Soulsborne games also teach you to have grit,
True.
to be committed,
True.
to have passion,
True.
and to stick with it and start what you finish. Hey, finish what you start. And finish what you start, bro. I mean, you know me, right? I don't finish many games.
So as of 9 months ago, the people who actually finished the entirety of Elden Ring,
Like with the DLC?
no, just
base game?
just the base game itself is about 40% only.
What?
Yeah, see, defeated Horalu, the final boss.
39.5%.
39.5% of players
Wait.
have actually
But
completed.
Horalu's not the last boss.
No, it's the entry. Like if you haven't fought Horalu,
You're not gonna finish the game, lah.
you're not gonna finish the
Yeah,
game.
yeah. That's
Right.
true. But then there was also a thing, a glitch where you could skip the fight altogether.
Oh, that's true too. That's true too.
But that was like years ago.
Yeah.
When it first came out.
But yeah, that's basically it lah. That's Elden Ring. As of yesterday, Shadow of the Earth Tree have sold 5 million copies.
Wow.
Yeah, Elden Ring Shadow of the Earth Tree DLC hits 5 million
5
sales.
million copies. Yeah, well, I'm not
Right,
surprised.
that's
It's
a
Elden Ring.
lot of games. That's a
Elden
lot of
Ring was
people who
was
enjoy
such a great
BDSM.
game. Yeah.
And I, for one, will probably not get the game.
Oh, why?
I don't think I have the time because it's the relearning factor that is stopping me right now.
Yeah, same.
And I don't know. I don't think I can endure another wave of punishment and to go through Elden Ring all over again.
I'm at this point where, like, I mean, everybody knows I'm a gaming dad, right? And then there are also other things that I do, like running the business that we run. I'm at this point where gaming is really going to something that I already know, things that are predictable. Like for me, that's FIFA, that's Destiny 2, and I don't have to relearn shit. I can go in, I have an objective. Like today, like let's say like last night, my objective was I wanted to farm one thing, which is this exotic class item.
We're talking about Destiny here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is like the exotic class item. I wanted to farm that. So all I did was do the things that allowed me to farm that. And once I got it, I was done.
Mm-hmm.
I am not at this point in my life where I want to play a game where I don't have a personal objective other than to finish it.
Right.
Because if I start Shadow of the Earth 3, that's probably what it would be. Because there's nothing else that you do other than like go through the story and finish the game. Outside of like finding the right builds and all that. But with Destiny, there's actually something that you can target. You can target farm. You know what I mean? Like okay, once you get that cues you to the end of your gaming session.
Yep.
But like okay, once I have it, I'm done.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and then after that, I can go like go to sleep mostly because I play at night, right?
Yeah.
Because otherwise,
bro, it's gonna be a forever grind, man.
Exactly. I'm gonna play to like 5.
Yeah, that's me and Sam when it comes to Civ 6, man.
Shit,
because
bro.
one thing about Civilization is it's always that one more turn.
Right.
Next thing we knew, bro, it was 3 a.m. And
Yeah,
I'm like,
that's
fuck, we
fucked,
have
man.
work tomorrow, bro.
Yeah, bro.
No more turns, bro. No more turns. Save now. We exit.
Just one
game.
more, bro.
Yeah, cannot. Because bro, Civilization consumes your time.
I can imagine, man.
And once you get immersed in the game, you get immersed, bro. Next thing you know, the sun is up already, and it's like, okay, next shift, let's go. Crazy. So,
Yeah.
Steam Summer Sale is out.
Yep.
And I'm just looking at the games this morning, just going through the wish list that I have set, right? Again, I have about 80 plus games on my wish list.
None of them are on your wish list?
A lot of games are actually on sale right now. But it's still all above 50 ringgit. There are a number of games that I'm actually looking to get, you know.
Do you
games like
actively compare it with SteamDB?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
for sure.
before you buy a game, you just look at
You
what's
have
the
to-
lowest?
Even if it's on sale, I'll check Steam.
Right.
DB.
Because it's been lower before.
Yes, but usually for the summer sale itself, it's the lowest point lah. It's basically the lowest point the game has been.
Do you think that there are some games, right? Both of you guys, right? That there are some games where you want to wait for it to go on sale, but you also feel like you'll be playing it a bit too late. Is there a game like that
No.
feels like that too?
No, Destiny is probably one of them.
Right.
Destiny.
So you feel right now it would be too late for you to jump in?
Yeah. If Destiny 3 comes out, then I'll jump in. But right now for Destiny 1 or 2, it's probably too late for me to just jump in because I have a lot to catch up on. Not only the lore, but the grind itself.
Honestly, every time a new DLC comes out, everyone gets raised. Everyone's power level gets raised. Everyone starts on the same thing. And it only takes a week to get to a pinnacle power level.
Right.
So honestly, it's not too late if you want to start.
Okay.
But I know it's a grind.
Okay, yeah.
So like if you ever considered starting Destiny, you also have a friend who can help you farm. And I've got a really good build going on right now.
Right, okay.
I can farm quick.
Okay.
You know?
Noted.
Yeah.
Noted.
Yeah. I'm just
Right.
saying, I can get you all some pinnacle shit real quick, man. I'm just saying, man.
There's a couple of games on my Steam wish list that is not on discount at all. Not even like a 5%
Right.
discount. One which is quite obvious, which is Ghost of Tsushima's director's cut. It is currently 250
Yeah,
ringgit.
that's never gonna go on sale,
Right,
bro.
that's never gonna go on sale.
That's a novelty purchase.
Another one I want to get is Horizon Zero Dawn Journey to the West or like something.
Is that the latest one?
Yeah.
Which is a few years old, right?
Yeah, it's a few years old, so it's not on discount either. But there are a lot of indie games that is on my list here. You know, games like Death Door, games like Weird West, games like Baron Breakfast.
Anything you're interested in for the summer sale, Dickson?
Not particularly right now. I'm kind of hooked on a few games myself. But like yeah, this period between the summer sale and the 2 huge expansions drop from Elden Ring as well as Final Fantasy 14.
Yeah.
A lot of people are already occupied with things that they want to do.
Yeah, so nobody has the
Yeah.
time to actually go and buy stuff on the summer sale. But you could, I mean, I guess there are some people who will probably just buy it while it's cheap and then just keep it and store it until they have time to play.
Which is never.
Yeah, which is never, but it's nice to know you have it, right? The only thing that interests me in the list of games on discount right now is probably Outer Wilds.
Right. It's a very beautiful game.
I've heard.
It's a very beautiful
I've
game.
heard. I've just never played it, and that's the one thing that
Do you know how much is it going for right now?
I saw it just now. I don't remember if I saw the number. I just saw that it was on sale.
35 ringgit and 40 cents. I would say that game for $35 is
Worth
a
it?
steal. But do you know what the gameplay is like?
I've seen videos. I think.
It's a narrative-driven puzzle game.
Yeah, I've seen it before.
And the gameplay, the story, the lore is fantastic. It's one of the best games that I've played that I've never completed.
Wow.
Because I got stuck at some puzzles and then maybe I was too stupid for it. And then I just deleted the game and never went back. But all I can say is
You
from my
didn't find a
experience,
Google solution?
No.
You didn't Google
No,
a solution?
Sometimes even with the Google solution,
difficult?
it's difficult. Yeah, because you have to find like different parts of like a puzzle
Right.
within the map, and then you gotta like piece them all together.
Right.
And then sometimes you gotta read the map and then go to like where X marks the spot. You gotta dig it up and you gotta find it. You know, etc. etc. It was too time consuming for me back then. But will I go back to the game? Yes, I would definitely will. Right?
Okay. Yeah, it's something I would try out.
Yeah.
For $35, you're saying $35 is a good price to get
It's
the
a
game?
steal. It's a steal.
Okay, cool.
It's a very beautiful game, especially for a gamer dad. If you
Yeah.
just want to unwind and just play something by yourself without anyone disturbing you, without any like, you know, high heart rate intensive games.
Right.
Outer Wilds is one of the best games you can
All right,
get.
man.
Yeah. So that's all the time we have for you guys today. As usual, I've been your video game best friend, Kelvin Tay.
And I've been your other video game best friend, Afiq K. And that's our newest video game best friend, Dickson.
Like Pot Dickson.
Yeah, like, this is Port Dickson.
Oh, this is Pot
Yeah.
Dickson. Right. Again, today is going to be a very, very chill episode. We just talked about a bit of updates, what we've been playing, what games it's coming up. But most importantly, the Steam Summer Sale is out.
Yep.
Do let us know in the comments below what kind of games you're
Yes.
actually looking forward. Is there a game
Yes.
on your wish list for the past 10 years that you have that you haven't had the chance to buy it yet?
You've just been waiting.
Yeah,
for
you just
it.
be waiting for it.
Imagine
right?
waiting 10 years for
Yeah.
a sale.
It first went on like 10%, 20%, then 40%,
And then
50%.
now it's like 80%.
Now it's like 80%. But then you're like, fuck, I'm not going to pay 80%.
But then nobody fucking plays the game anymore.
Right. So is there a game on your wish list that you've been dying to buy? Now is the chance to get it. And please do tell us what game is that in the comments down below.
Yeah.
Right. Other than that, again, we've been Epic Arcade. Until next time.
See ya.
Goodbye.
Dickson, say bye.
See ya.